Hello and welcome to this creative yoga flow that can be done at any time during the day. We're going to begin our practice together in a seated position. As and when you're ready, beginning to take a little bit of a circle spiral. And eventually we'll begin to come through to a seated position. And we'll begin to bring our left ear towards the left shoulder. As we take the left ear towards the shoulder, that invitation of taking the right hand out to the side, fingertips, or maybe we make a fist, taking the fist towards the lower back. So imagine the back of the hand, keeping the fist. And regardless what we do on this right side, if you want a little bit more, left hand to the heart, maybe hand to the temple or the ear. Taking a gentle rock front to back or a heavy lean to the left. We'll begin to bring our right hand out towards the side, stacking the head as we take the left arm up. And we'll take a side stretch over to the side. A gentle pulse. That right hand might go further back rather than to the side. Excuse me. Left hand beginning to come down. Right hand to the heart. And then maybe it rises. Being mindful, it's still quite early. Right hand beginning to come into the lap. We'll tuck and round, tucking the chin in, rounding the spine. And shoulders over the sit bones. Opposite side, right ear going towards the right shoulder. Lingering. Left hand might go out to the side. We're beginning to explore fist. Taking the back of the hand towards the lower back. You would like a little bit more, right hand to the heart. Or maybe to the temple. Rocking, and I have a lean to the right. Left hand going out to the side. We'll stack our heads. Right hand rising, pulsing towards the left. Pressing the earth away as we take that right hand over, left arm to the heart, you're up overhead. And hands beginning to come back onto the lap. Circling, spiraling. We'll begin to stack. Casually begin to take the hands behind you, tensing up the fingertips as if we're basking. And as we begin to prepare this opening, this basking of the heart, we can stay right here, this opening cow cobra-like action with the heart. If you do want a little bit more, even if we have our legs out, We'll begin to press into the hands, lifting the sit bones. Now, if the legs are out, it's going to be on the edges of your heels rather than your shins. A bit of a baby camel. We'll begin to release the sit bones, elements of the legs. Casually taking the hands onto the thighs, and then we'll fold over, taking our time from that baby camel or basking to this fold, swaying, shifting the weight from one hand to the other. Beginning to walk the hands back towards our lap. We'll go for that basking one more time. So beginning to take the hands behind us. Beginning to prepare to simply linger and marinate, opening up the heart. Otherwise, beginning to press into the hands as we take the sit bones away. Releasing the sit bones. Taking the hands back over the thighs, and we'll fold. Hands beginning to come back towards our thighs. Circling, spiraling. And from our circle spiral, we'll begin to make our way onto our hands and knees. Casually taking the hands to one side as we take our legs out. And as we venture onto the hands and the knees, taking a bit of a shift and drift here. As we're shifting and drifting, we might take our hands slightly wider, maybe slightly further forward. Beginning to incorporate a little bit of our hanging cobra. We just be testing the waters of this heavy lean. And then coming all the way back. And we'll begin to bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Tucking our toes. As you begin to tuck the toes, again, we can linger here, this rock from fingerprints to the toe prints. We're beginning to lead with our middle, taking the sit bones up for our first downward dog. If we're venturing into dog, taking a heavy pedal of bending one knee and then the other. A little bit of a wag of the tail. And from your chosen position, we'll begin to come through to a fold. If we're in dog, you might choose to walk or crawl the feet to the hands. And from our fold, we'll begin to take ragdoll, palms, wrists, or elbows. A gentle sway side to side. And we'll begin to release the hands from our ragdoll, heavily bending your right knee, hands coming along the thigh, shin, or underneath your gaze. Heavily bending the right knee. I'll give it a little bit more space. Still challenging, but a bit more space. Left hand coming to the lower back, or making that fist with the left hand. Back of the hand near the waist. And we'll begin to spiral the chest, or taking that left shoulder away up towards the sky. Twisting. And we'll gently begin to release that left hand down, right hand dangling. And beginning to build it on the other side, heavily bending the left knee, hand along the thigh or the shin, underneath our gaze. Right hand coming to the hip. We're making that fist, back of the hand towards the lower back. Opening up, you might even lift that left heel. And we'll release down. Beginning to transfer the weight from one foot to the other. As we're transferring weight, we'll begin to shimmy the torso up. We're beginning to swing the hands in the air as we're lifting the torso. Beginning to come through to a standing position. And as we shift and drift or transfer the weight, we'll begin to bring the weight heavily into that right foot for a moment, lifting the left heel. Releasing, beginning to shift it over towards the left, lifting the right. And we'll continue this kind of heavy lean. Maybe the foot begins to lift. Taking it in your own time. My cues are going to be faster or slower. My movement might appear different on the screen. Wonderful. Eventually, we'll begin to heavily bring the weight into that right foot. We're lifting the left heel, and we'll begin to make a tree-like pose with that left foot. Again, toes, maybe the heel's coming along the inside of the leg. Maybe we take a little bit of that floss or violin with the right leg. Now, as you begin to build your tree, we'll begin to bend the right knee. So this kind of chair tree hybrid. It's going to be a smidge of movement on this right side. Left leg might go a little bit lower. We'll begin to straightish that right leg, left foot going over, transferring the weight from one side to the other. We'll begin to bring the weight heavily into that left side, lifting our right heel again, beginning to build your tree. Edge of the heel anywhere along that left leg. Once we have that right side, heavily bending that left knee or as much as the joints will allow us. And when you fall out, just decide how deeply we want to come back in. It might simply be the tree. We'll begin to straighten that left leg, right foot going over, transferring the weight. Excellent. Weight beginning to go back into that right foot, lifting our left heel, beginning to build your tree. As we begin to build our tree, we'll begin to make choices with our hands. We might take that fist with the left hand, taking it onto the inside of the leg. Maybe we begin to take the back of the hand towards the lower back, opening up the chest, similar to when we were in our baby camels, right hand going towards the back. We'll begin to release the left foot, releasing the left hand. A little bit of a shift. Weight beginning to go on that opposite side. Building the tree, lifting the right heel. Beginning to take your version of tree. As we get our lower half, right hand, again, fist onto the inside or onto the lower back. Opening up, fingers of the left hand going to the side and then back. We'll release the right foot, right hand. Beautiful. Right foot. We'll lift our left heel. We're going to take a side dancer, beginning to step back, sweeping that left leg behind. I'll take a little bit of a rock here. As we get your legs, we're going to take a reverse ragdoll. So that invitation of hands beginning to go behind us, kind of our superhero cape, making our fists, and then we'll begin to take the fists behind us. And the fists might be stacked. They might be quite a distance away, stacked, or maybe even knuckles towards each other. Okay. Continue that movement from one foot to the other. We'll pause with the lower half, opening up the chest. We'll begin to take our shoulders over the hip-ish. Lingering here, we'll begin to bow. So a heavy bend in that right knee, bowing down. We'll begin to lift our torso up as we bring our left foot to meet the right, releasing our hands. And giving a little bit of a shake. It's depending on how the shoulders and the fists are feeling. It is early to try to make those fists. Weight beginning to go into that left foot as we lift that right heel, stepping back, rocking, or our side dancer, taking that right foot over towards the left, taking that gentle rock. We'll begin to find the fists. So again, maybe just near the sit bones, lower back, maybe they're beginning to be stacked. And we'll find some stillness with the lower half, opening. Shoulders coming over the hip-ish, and we'll hinge. Taking a little bit of a curtsy. Lifting the torso up. Right foot coming to meet the left. We'll release the hands. Maybe introducing a little bit of a hula or helicopter. From our hula, we're going to begin to fold down. Beginning to let the hands sway their way down towards the earth. As we fold, we'll take a gentle ragdoll. Opposite hands. Releasing the hands. We'll walk the hands forward as we take our legs back. Downward dog. And as we begin to come into this downward dog, if you have the craving to do so, you might take a few waves into plank, coming onto the balls of the feet, shifting the weight into your version. Might be a high plank or dripping the knees down. And then back through downward dog, leading with the middle. Doing that 2 to 3 times if we are rinsing. And eventually we'll meet in your downward dog. Dripping the knees down to table. We'll untuck our toes, coming to sitting on the heels. As we come sitting on the heels, We'll begin to take the arms up. Right hand grabbing the left. We'll take a side tilt. Arms rising. Left hand grabbing the right. And beginning to release, circling, feathering the hands all the way down into our lap. As we arrive here, beginning to bring the hands together, we'll bow the head down to the hands in gratitude for investing in your well-being and your practice. Thank you for joining me for this creative yoga flow. You have a very blessed day. I look forward to seeing you again soon.